Feel it all over my bones. Don't like it. Was it the common Kai who put this here? Or maybe the Dark created it? No, I don't think they can do physical objects. These marks were never meant for me. Reina was trying to find her way back, like leaving breadcrumbs in the forest. Sometimes I wonder if this well went anywhere at all before Reina found it. I mean, it's the sewers. Of course it went somewhere. The first time I came down here, I was so sure that I would save Tanaka alone, and that I didn't think about what I was doing. Am I doing the same thing now? Yes, that is exactly what we're doing. We are not thinking, and we are just going down this rabbit hole wherever it leads. Look at this beautiful face, and her beautiful hair, and her beautiful eyes. We're gonna get murdered. Could also be saying, hey, Mozzie, why are you so pessimistic? Oh, I don't know. Very insanity-inducing game. When I found Kazuki's body, he was wearing that mask. He made it for she'd made him wear it as she'd been made too. Even after all the suffering she went through herself, she did it anyway. And I really forgive her. She so desperately wanted to avoid becoming lost. When I was here last, I saw Tanaka. Heard him call out to me. What was he trying to say? Was he begging for help or begging me to stay away? Probably a little of both. This time will be different. No longer leading to a shapeless tunnel. Reina is down there. I can feel myself being drawn to her. I'm not ready. Oh, we're doing this bullshit again? Oh, we're not. Oops. This is some crazy sewer system. Where are we going? Go deeper? Oh, just go deeper. We are going way deeper than I thought. Holy crap. As I trudged through that oppressive, lonely place, I slowly became aware of someone else. The dark woke up and began to shudder as if racked with quiet sobs, and I felt a numbing sadness spread throughout my body. The sensation I felt in that place was familiar, and I knew right away why. Reina. She sat there like a lost little child, or a lost little girl, like she'd been there for a long time and she didn't know where to go. There was no fight in her body, no way for her to lash out. In that place, we were equals. She rose to her feet when she saw me, her eyes looking confused and desperate. She was the start of it all, everything I'd gone through. I put an end to it, one way or another. So you went away anyway. Huh? I told you to leave me alone. Why couldn't you just forget everything and leave me alone? So that's it. You want to keep hurting me, right? I hate two birds with a bubble, but it's a revenger after it won't work. Nope, can't blow my brains out down here. The dark won't let you. Oh, did I hurt your feelings? Did you bring your little gun all the way down here for nothing? Are you disappointed? I didn't bring it. There's no point. I didn't shoot you when you took Tonica, and I won't know. Won't now. Huh. Don't try and trick me. That doesn't mean you don't want to. After everything I've tried, to think you'd be one to show up here in the end. Funny, isn't it? Isn't it? After all, you're only supposed to be the guest star on my little show, a little temporary addition to liven things up a bit. Then you kept showing up and uninvited, digging out every sharp thing you find to poke me with. Now, I can't get rid of you. See? It's funny, right? No matter what we do, we're forced together again. We ought to make the best of it. You're right. We can't avoid each other forever. Chance has forced us together, whether we like it or not. So all we can do now is to see it through to the end. Even when I saw you in the forest, you were down here, weren't you? Where else? Welcome to the end of the line. I don't understand it. It's awful down here. Why don't you try to get back to the surface? Why would I go back? What would be the point? When I do, I look around, don't even recognize it anymore. The streets are different, the sounds changed. Everything I knew, everything cared is gone. You don't know what it's like. Every day the same. The feeling of my old pain again and again and again. People don't change, no matter what. No matter how much goes, and all still look at me like I'm some flea-bitten dog to be kicked around and ignored. They hate me. In the end, I'll end up back here anyway, so why fight it? At least down here, nothing changes. When I was little, they said everything would be okay if I had the mask. But then mommy died and the police took it away from me, like nothing's gone right since. No one's ever cared about me. The police, the foster homes, the other girls in the agency, they all hated me. They wanted me dead. You're just like the rest of them. Only someday you'll grow old and die, and I'll still be here unless you give me that mask. It isn't that simple. Having the mask isn't going to solve your problems. It is that simple! Everyone always tells me it can't be simple, but why not? None of this would have happened if it weren't for you. If you'd just given it to me in the first place, you could have lived your stupid little fantasy life. Instead, you had to be a hero and get involved in something that wasn't your business. Why shouldn't I use it? Are all my problems not as important as yours? That's it, isn't it? Everything is about you and making your life happy again. I won't let you be happy. I won't. If you won't help me, then fine. But I'll keep hurting you. And if you think it's bad now, you don't know the half of it. Or could you give it to me and go on pretending to be happy when I find the door again? Again? You've seen it before. I don't know exactly what you think is going to happen when you find it, but everything I found tells me it's dangerous. No, you're wrong. The door isn't for you. The little collector said so. He said if I had the mask, I could find it again. He said if I found the shrine belonging to Kawan, I could find it again. So you met him too. Reina, he wasn't trying to help us. He must have been toying with us. Shut up. You don't know anything. He told me that the mask would let me see the door again, just like the day mommy died. When they put the mask on me, I kept my eyes closed like mommy told me to, even when people started getting sick and crying. Then I saw it, the door, even with my eyes closed. When I looked at it, I heard mommy's voice and I knew I found it, everything would be okay. I opened my eyes and it was gone. They took the mask and I saw mommy on the ground. He wasn't moving anymore, like a doll. It was all my fault. It must have been. I did something wrong. But he told me if I found the mask, I could make it right again. Now I'm being punished for the big screw up. Not being pure like they told me not to be. Or to be. Except people like Kakashi. They shouldn't have hurt me. They should have left me alone. I had to punish them. I just want to stop them from hurting me, but that doesn't make me right. or bad, right? You understand, don't you? The funny thing is that Tanaka was here. He don't understand. Even after everything you did to him. That's the kind of guy he is. Reina, it's not all your fault. This is beyond you. It's always been. That's why Tanaka was so intent on following you from the start. You weren't just some orphan girl. He somehow saw the darkness that was behind you. If only he had told me, I could have been there for him. Helped him. But no, you could have helped me, Ayami. He was helping me. He was going to save me. Then why? He was helping you. Why hurt him? Didn't want to hurt Tanaka, but it was the only way to bring him here. Same way I was brought here. I thought I'd figured it out. My white knight abandoned me, went somewhere else. It turns out it was just another stupid idea from another stupid girl. What you did to Tanaka was wrong, but you can still make this right. You brought him down here with you last night. That night. Where is he? I don't know where he is. Just tell me what happened from the beginning. It's hard to remember. Please try. Nothing's gone the way I thought it would. When I went back to Shinjuku, I remembered how I ended up in the dark. I knew what I had to do so Tanaka could be with me. Only the mask wasn't awake. It wasn't loud like it was in Kamakura. So I made you come into the tunnel with me and Tanaka so it could be wake up. Then I slit his throat and went back to the dark and I waited. Tanaka woke up down here too, but the mask was gone. He was alive? He was like me, or I thought he was. At first he seemed okay, but then he started wandering around, staring into space and talking to people who weren't there. Poor Tanaka. I think I broke him, Ayami-chan. So he was down here. Tell me where he is. You don't get it, do you? I don't know where he is, and I don't care. Tanaka abandoned me. Even when he was here, he kept mumbling on and on about how he was going to help you. He gave you something, didn't he, that traitor? How else would he be able to keep finding me? He even said he saw the door, but he didn't take me there. I hate him! Why did he leave me? You think Tanaka would help a stupid little girl like me? It was dumb to try and bring him here. Collector said I'd find the door with the mask. I just didn't want to be alone is all. Now you're here, so I guess the mask is too. I didn't need him after all. He's gone. You're wrong. I can feel him somewhere here. He's waiting for me. You can? Maybe he's at the door. Please take me there. Don't leave me. The mask opened the dark and took me straight to Reina. And now that I'm here, I can feel it pulsing like a heartbeat. The door, the unknowable place where chance and fate have no importance. That's where Kazuki is. I now know what will happen if I lead her there. She'll get what she truly wants. She'll get to rest. And finally be free. No more pain, no more suffering. Maybe that's what Kazuki would have wanted. But if I do that, the dark will change shape again, and any hope of finding him will be lost. He'd be trapped there waiting for me, and I'd never be able to tell him the truth behind everything he suffered for. That's if the Kazuki Tanaka that's left here is the same man I love. Either way, I have to abandon someone, but it's my responsibility. I have to choose. Oh my goodness. So if I leave Tanaka, will he become Reina? And the cycle continues? And if I forgive Reina and take her back, Tanaka will become the new Reina? If I leave Reina, Reina will be the same. She'll drag someone else. Oh, no matter what, it's a bad choice. We were here for Tanaka. We are going to save Tanaka. I don't know if I'm a good person or not. At least, if I could find Tanaka, I could do something to help for once. One good thing. What are you saying? I can't save you, Reina, but maybe I can save him. Oh, you'll leave me here after all. Sorry, Reina. You can't! Tanaka said he'd help me! He believed me! You have to believe me too! Help me, please! I wanted you to help me! He wanted you to help me! That's why he led you here! Maybe he did. Or maybe he was scared like we all are. I couldn't say. Either way, if I don't try and help him, then what was all this for? Why did I suffer like this? Someday, I hope you find your answers. I don't want you to suffer really, but Tanaka doesn't have a chance if I don't find him now. Goodbye, Reina. Wait! Ayami! I was right about you. I was right. You don't care about me. Ayami? Ayami? Please don't leave me here. Please. I did all there was to do. I walked away from her, and I didn't look back, though I could feel her eyes on me. The light was affected by her misery, and I knew that leaving her there would deepen the shadows. It was too late to atone for what I did to her, and someday I knew I'd come face to face punishment for it. I truly wanted to help her, but I couldn't ignore Kazuki's presence within that darkness. Kazuki. He's close. Up and down, shadow and light, there's nothing here to orient myself. All I can do is stumble forward. I can still feel the door, but there's something else alongside with it. Kazuki. I can hear him. I can't hear him or see him, but he's there like a memory coming to my head all on its own. Yet I can't see the door or anything else through this darkness. What if I'm trapped down here forever like Reina and Tanaka? No, there is a way, and only way to pierce this darkness is on my own. But I'm scared to do it. A tool forged in blood and bending my mind to its breaking point has become my last chance to move forward. The historian said the mask bearer could see the door, but I'm not the mask bearer. If I wear it, I would have to accept the consequences. Touching it alone almost drove me mad. What strain would wearing it put on my mind? Or I could turn back and try to find the surface and keep what little of sanity I have left. The choice is simple: turn to the light or descend deeper into darkness. Here we go. Something's changed. Memories of my childhood, feelings I had, my sense of self, ripped out of me as I entered, fading. I have to focus. I'm still me. Someone else here. Husky? Is it you? Stay put. I'll find you. Hanaka? Hanaka? Kazuki, is that you? Kazuki, say something. You can hear me, right? What if Reina was right? What if he's already gone? God. Kazuki, please. Who? Ito? Ayami? Ayami, why are you here? That doesn't matter. All that matters is I heard you. And I'm here now. Can't believe it. Is it really you? What's wrong? Sorry, it's strange. I feel light. The memories are coming back. I'm sorry, I need a little more time. I think I remember. Ayami, how are you here? You shouldn't be here. No, I probably shouldn't, but I came for you. The way I got here, I can remember it now. Ayami, she didn't... No, I came here on my own. But I had to leave her in the dark. Sorry, it was selfish, but it was the only way to find you. That poor thing. I'm sorry to put you through all that. It must have been hard on you. Ayami, I can't remember it clearly. I have to know what happened that night in the sewer. Why were you there? You know why I was there. I was looking for you. But it was a trap, and I fell right into it. Maybe you think I was a fool, but I was desperate. There she was, a girl I shot before, and you so helpless with a bag over your head. My head was swimming and I didn't know what to do. I couldn't shoot her, so I watched as she slit your throat. And let you die. I doubt I could have done better in your shoes. What's wrong? Is it true? Is what true? That you went with her willingly? That you gave her the mask? Kazuki, I have to know. Did you know what would happen? It's true, but not how you say. I saw her, a girl surrounded by an impossible darkness who I'd obsessed over before her death. And she was alive somehow, still wanting my help. So I went with her. I thought I found the truth, real truth, the kind of truth that it tells why we're here. I didn't tell you because I convinced myself that it would be to protect you. Faced with impossible, I dived straight in without thinking of anyone else or what the consequences might be. Now that we're here in this place, I don't think I have it in me. Maybe I should, but then I'd have to take a long, hard look into the mirror. Over the last few weeks, I've been grasping at straws in a world I didn't understand, and I didn't even know how existed. All because Reina shattered everything I thought I knew. Step by step, I went after her, trying to figure out how some poor girl would be the focal point of everything that didn't make sense in my life. My mind raced when I saw her alive that night. Somehow, suddenly the doors of possibility opened wide and my world was no longer in my control. Then she slit your throat. I watched and I did... Wait, what? Then she slit your throat and I watched... As I watched, and I did nothing. I couldn't accept that you were gone, and I couldn't sit around and wait for the puzzle to solve itself. Didn't solve it, did we? All those formless shapes aren't any more solid now? No, but maybe that wasn't the point. What do you mean? Maybe we're not meant to know what it all means, yet we're here we are, trying to change something that can't be changed. The mask and the shape-shifting darkness. They were made by people who wanted control over the unknown. People like us who were confronted with a mystery they had to solve. Fate, chance, life, death, the march of time have control over them is an illusion. When I stand here with you, I understand that now. Guess that makes us lousy detectives, huh? Were we ever that good to begin with? I've got myself kidnapped and you were dumb enough to follow me. Thanks, Ayami. All those mysteries sound pale in comparison to the thought of having another day in our drafty apartment. Yeah. It was you who called me, wasn't it? That night in the sewer? I don't remember. Everything since then is hazy. I wandered aimlessly, I was so tired and my body was heavy. I started hearing those other voices and seeing shapes in the darkness. Formless things that felt like people I desperately wanted to see. Telling me everything would be alright if I kept moving toward them. People I haven't seen in a long time. One day I saw my mother. She told me she'd missed me and kept walking through the door and beyond. Did I ever tell you about my mother? Died. You're 15. Couldn't have been here. Still, I heard her like I can hear you now. Hazuki, what have we gotten ourselves into? I don't know, but I'm glad we're in it together. We made a hell of a team, didn't we? Following each other into the other's messes. What I'm trying to say is, Hazuki, are you okay? I'm fine. Don't worry about me. What about you? It's nothing serious. Never happened before? Must be reacting to you. Ayami, thank you for finding me, but you can't stay here. What are you saying? Neither can you. That's why I'm here, right? Thank you for coming for me. It makes me happy to see you happier than you know. I love you. Stop talking like that. You can save it for when we're back. Ayami, stop. I'm saying it because I may never have another chance. When I finally arrived at the door, I felt the warmth. Something told me if I kept walking, all the pain and uncertainty I felt would go away. Then why didn't you? Because I was waiting for you. Somehow I knew you were coming for me and I wanted to see you and have one last self-centered moment. Last? No, stop saying that. You're the one who isn't supposed to be here. Can't you see that? It wasn't supposed to turn out this way. Tell me why you can't come back with me. Why? I'm sorry, I feel a little dizzy. When I was lost in the dark, every time I moved forward, a piece of me was left in my footsteps, and all I could do and feel was fear, until I reached the door and everything faded away. Ever since you arrived, I remembered who I was. All my happiness and joy, but all my suffering and doubt as well. If I kept walking away from the door, maybe I'd forget it for good. All those things that make us human can't be here. If you stay, you'll fade away, Ayami. So many people told me that being with you was a mistake, that I should find some normal girl to settle with. But the normal girls didn't understand me. They didn't make me better. I chose right. I wouldn't be who I am without you. And you would be nothing if you stayed here. Hazuki, No, there has to be a way. You say yourself. This place is beyond our control. So you're giving up. After all this suffering, after everything I went through. It's not the man I love. That's this place. Ayami. I want nothing more than to come back with you, but I know if I leave, I won't be whole. The longer you stay here, the more it will destroy who you are. You'll have to turn back. Maybe he's right. Maybe this is the end of the road. I guess Reina was right after all. This place changed you. At least for now, I can talk to you, see you again, and tell you that I tried. There isn't much time. I can feel myself being torn apart. Returning to the surface is the only chance I have of saving myself. Fuck that shit. Hazuki, I won't leave you. You have to. You can't take me back, and the only way for you to go back to the surface is to go. And now. I'm sorry. That's not what I meant. Ayami, don't be stupid. Stupid? Every day since Reina sent you here, the dark has been seeping into my existence and drawing me towards it. So I followed its pull, and when I did, I heard you call to me. Then everything fell apart. I was kicked off the police force. My friends abandoned me. I couldn't even keep track of what was real. So I chose to run towards the dark and everything I feared most, despite every instinct telling me not to find you, Ayami. When I chose to go through the door, I gave up a piece of myself. I feel like the only reason I can remember what I am is because you're here with me. And now that I'm standing here, I'm not afraid anymore. Ayami, you have to understand, I haven't been able to talk, to remember myself for a long time. If we stay here, this won't be our reality. We'll both fade to nothing. Everyone has to face death, Kazuki. Before, when you said you wanted to forget the world above, I was hurt. But I think I understand it now. Every day I lifted my feet and trudged onward, not really knowing why. But now that we're together, I get it. We've suffered enough, Tanaka. I wanted to be with you, so let's forget the world together. You can't expect me to let you throw your life away. I won't let you. Won't let me. Since when have you been able to stop me? This is different. What exactly do you think you're saving me from? My life unraveled. Half of our friends think I killed you. The only thing that would be left for me is a mental hospital or prison. No, that's no way to live. My mind's made up. Stubborn as always, huh? Of course. Wouldn't be me if I wasn't. I'd argue with you there. To be honest, part of me wanted this. That's selfish, I know, but I was scared. Once I'd passed through the door, I didn't want to continue, even though every bone in my body told me to. The fear always held me back. Sorry, Ayami, for leading you here. For everything. That was your idea of leading me. You didn't do a very good job. No, Kazuki, I came here myself. And I don't regret a second of it, even if it didn't turn out the way we'd hoped. And as terrible as the last few weeks are, we saw something. Part of a mystery that everyone desperately wishes to see. Now we get to go to the next step, wherever that is, together, knowing for certain there's more to it. Guess that makes us some of the lucky ones. You're really not scared? A little. No, that's wrong. I mean, I am a lot. I'm really scared. But I'm not scared of this place, just of what I don't know. Still a chance for you to turn back. Wonder what I gave up already by coming here. Reina, that poor girl. Her mind was broken by trying to reconcile that world and this one. I can't return only to become lost for the rest of my life. So what now? It's easy, really. We start walking. Here, take my hand. Promise not to let go. I promise. Well, Tanaka, we've really gotten ourselves into the deep end now, huh? Let's find out what happens next. Together. So, we did the only thing there was to. We walked forward, hand in hand. As the door gets farther away, so do my memories of that world beyond it. Faces and places that I saw so recently feel like a lifetime ago. No one knows what happens next. But at least we're together. Oh boy, that was Tokyo Dark, everyone. At least one of the endings, I think. I'm sure there's like 8 other endings. Oh boy. Oh. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing, twittering, I don't know. Any other forms of social media aspects that you know of. It will really help the channel out, really help this video out, really help me out. But only if you enjoyed it. If you didn't enjoy it, then feel free to do whatever else. Enjoy your weekend, I guess. Actually, if you didn't enjoy it, there's no excuse to be here for this long until the end. If you didn't enjoy the first episode, why would you enjoy this one? That's a dumb thing I just said. Mr. Fried? That's a great name. Wow, thank you all to 5,551 Kickstarter backers. That's a lot of backers. Whoa, what? Interesting, most interesting. You're nothing but a crow feeding on the carrion that time leaves in its wake. Forgive me for not being an impartial spectator of human suffering. The woman had her own desires. I only gave her a little push. And what did your little push lead to? Oblivion and darkness with what was left of that poor man? Ah, but is it not noble? Her desires led her to chase after him, for love or for the truth. Perhaps it was out of some sense of noble obligation. It does not matter. What of those left behind? At what cost was her peace granted? Time is not a single thread, but a complex tapestry, pushed and formed into a picture by the forces of fate and chance. The different threads present a myriad of truths, but all in the aspect of the same visage nonetheless. Myriad, interesting. I would have thought one so interested in history would adhere to a single truth. On the contrary, if history has taught me anything, it is that there is no one truth. The deeper one gazes, the more complex it becomes. Yes, all are truth, all grant insight into the same puzzle. You're right, my old friend. Time is a spiral, and observe it long enough and we may yet learn something. No, she is not your plaything. It is not your decision. There is only one way this can end. Only one way for the world to remain intact and stop the thing that's coming. It must be protected. The role must be performed. Stubborn, so stubborn. Allow me to ask you a question. I believe I know it already. You asked it before. Indulge me. I asked her the same question. If the dancing puppet looks up and sees its strings, does it remain a puppet? What of fate and chance then? I answer your riddle with one of my own. You see the storm clouds approaching, and though you can take shelter or alter your course, does the storm not come regardless? Ah, no fun. You've never tolerated my philosophical side. Nor you me when I tell you how things are. Suppose that's because we are one and of the same. But what of her? All we can do is see, but eventually she will end up there. There is only one path which will hold the world together. Oh, New Game Plus. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this session. This may be the last session, depending on any feedback I get. If you enjoyed it, good. If you didn't, I'm sorry. But actually, I'm sorry. Wait. I'm sorry that I'm not sorry. Because got all the way up here and didn't enjoy it all the way through, then, well, tough luck, really. I don't really know what to say to you other than why did you keep watching? All right, have a good one. And hope to see you in the next series. Bye.